moving on to Jupiter in the 12th house and its spiritual gifts. This is for those of you who have Jupiter natally in your birth chart. There's not much more to say that I haven't already said, except for where I would suggest you seeking knowledge spiritually in regards to understanding your spiritual gifts and what's going on with them within you, and how to begin working with them and understanding the foundational elements. This is very important. You are blessed to have Jupiter in your 12th house. You have 2 guardian angels that are working with you and are protecting you. You are shielded from the negativity of the 12th house. If you have other planets, and also the condition of your Jupiter will also play a role, and the aspects to other planets in connection to the Jupiter in the 12th house also play a role. So there's a lot of factors to think about as well. It's not just Jupiter, but this is just a general idea of Jupiter in the 12th house and the spiritual connection. So you are shielded from the negativity, but you are blessed in abundance as Jupiter expands on everything it touches of the spiritual gifts. Every planet has spiritual gifts in the 12th house, and you have this gift of high intuition, this just knowing of life, of connection with the divine. You're born with these intuitive gifts. And I would say the most important thing is to understand yourself better. Healing is number one, because the reason why we're blessed with spiritual gifts is to use it in service to help other people. But we cannot help other people if we're broken inside. And so, as I said, there may be other planets, there may be other conditions in regards to your Jupiter in your 12th house that needs to be looked at. But we need to understand the foundational mechanics of spiritual senses, understanding the chakras, understanding the clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairfactual, clairgustance, knowing how they work, what they feel like, understanding what's ego and what's not ego. There is a lot to learn. There is a development that must take place for those people who work in a spiritual practice and helping other people. And with having planets in the 12th house, this is what it's all about. It's working with your spiritual senses. So you're working in some form of spiritual practice to be in service to other people. And so I really encourage you to just learn about your spiritual sense a little bit more. There is a level of development that must take place to be really good. There is a high level of ethics that I stand by in my work, that I believe every practitioner should be standing by. In my work with spirit, it's a big responsibility. And it's also understanding that psychic work, which is intuitive work, is not at the same vibration as working with spirit and mediumship. There is a difference. Every medium is a psychic. Not every psychic is a medium. There's different vibrations. And so these are the some of the foundational mechanics that we need to understand. You got to understand the aura. You have to understand energy. You have to understand how to tune in. If you're working with your spiritual senses, you have to understand what's ego and what is intuition. I encourage a slow process of intention with spiritual gifts, because spiritual gifts can be so incredibly expansive. And it's almost like, be careful what you wish for, because we never truly understand how far our spiritual senses will expand when we start the process of development and understanding them and beginning to expound them. And so you want it to be a slow process for your own sanity, by having 12th house planets. But then again, you're Jupiter and you're blessed. So I will leave you with that.